How fabulous would that be? If you could just say, I no longer identify as a people pleaser, and this toxic coping mechanism that you've been utilizing your entire life just evaporated in thin air. I wish. But this is your subconscious programming. This was a survival mechanism that is derived from your childhood, telling you that the only way that you could experience love, attention, affection, acceptance, any of those things, is if you first put other people's needs before your own. So, and this has been reinforced in all of your subsequent relationships. So it's a step-by-step process. Okay, so step number 1 is to be embodied. What does that even mean? Embodiment is this brave act of being present with and actually living in your body. The majority of us are constantly living in our minds, and that deprives us of being able to honor what we actually truly want for ourselves. This is a learned behavior that's derived from our childhood, where when we would feel something in our bodies and our parents would invalidate that, they would say, no, that's wrong or that's bad, we would start to question what we were feeling, and then we would take their opinions and choose to believe that they were more right about what we were experiencing in our own bodies over what we actually felt in our own bodies. So naturally, we started to mistrust our own body's communication, think that it was inaccurate, and choose to live up here because that seems safer. This is why step number 1 is to be embodied. And it may be a step that you're stuck at or hanging out in for a really long time because you've been abandoning your body for your whole life. Step number 2 after embodiment is actually figuring out what you want. This might be a scary and confusing process because you've never lived by your own terms. It's always been based off what other people wanted and needed. You need to create the space and the freedom to even think and feel about what you want. Number 3 is boundaries, and people pleasers notoriously have loose boundaries simply because when they were growing up, there was generally a severe consequence of them dishonoring what their parents' demands were. Number 4 is to develop a no practice. Actually start to prioritize canceling plans, saying no to things, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable act of telling people no. It is a part of life. Number 5 is critical. Be kind to yourself. Practice self-love, self-acceptance, forgiveness, because you are a work in progress and this will take a bit to recover from.